praises to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles of Jemus who were well, and likewise elders. Shalom to the Lord, will willing. This video is edifying. I'm going to start with Proverbs. This is the KJV version, right? It says, this is Proverbs 20 and 25. It is a snare to the man who devoureth that which is holy, and after vows to make inquiry. Right, and this is the New Living Translation. This is Proverbs 20 and 25. Don't trap yourself by making a rash promise to Adawan and only later recounting the cost. So, I say that to say this, especially being in the truth, sometimes, we make promises to Adawan. Sometimes we ask Adawan for things, and then when we're given those things, we're vexed by how we get them. It's like you asking your dad for a bike, and then he buys you a bike, and he says, before I give you this bike, you're gonna, the bike's right in front of you, and he tells you you're gonna have to clean the house, do this, do that, for the next month, and you want the bike. So it's like you didn't count the cost of what it will cost you to get the bike, or he gets you the bike, and now you don't get to go McDonald's for the next year, or whatever the case may be, because now we have to make up the money somehow. Being in the truth, we have to actually, think sometimes when we're doing things and when we're going through things. Are we going through it because we've asked the Lord to give us wisdom or humility? That you might ask the Lord to say, oh, you need money from the Lord, and you get the money from the Lord, and then the next month, or whatever the case may be, you lose something, and that's the Lord bringing the balance, right? Because you don't get something out of nothing. Even Einstein talks about energy. Where is it? I don't want to butcher it. Einstein. He said that energy never disappears, right? I think some other scientist said that. So when you ask for something, which means we all have the No, I don't think that's it. You said energy is never lost. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, right? So if you get something, it has to be taken from somewhere else. If you want humility, the Lord's gonna humble you. And he's not just going to give you humility, he's going to put you through situations that's going to humble you. If you want wisdom, you're going to go through situations that expose your stupidity so that you can learn from it. If you want to be rich, you ask the Lord for money, which is a carnal thing to ask for, and the Lord somehow decides, he decides that's in his plans and he's going to do that for you. You're going to lose a whole bunch of things along the way. You might lose friends, family, time, so when you make a promise, you have to actually really count the cost of what you're asking for, man. And I was talking to the big bro Abadiah, and it was just funny, because certain things that happen to you, the old you would have been it's like even sometimes you get mad and you catch yourself and you just have to laugh. Cause it's like even big bro Daniela said it. He's like one of the brothers. He said you're not dealing with the people. You're dealing with the spirits on them, right? This is Ecclesiastes 5:4. When thou vowest a vow unto other one, defer not to pay it, for he have no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better it is that thou shouldest not vow than that thou shouldest vow and not pay. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin, neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. Wherefore should other one be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thy hands? So you can't then turn around and you ask, the Most High for mercy. You ask him to save you, and then he puts you through things to make you worthy of mercy and to make you worthy of saving. And you're like, you know what, I can't deal with this. Yeah, you have to take it cheerfully, man. You have to take these L's, man. And even when you go back to the story of Esau, right? Because what did Esau say to his father? This is Genesis 27 and 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said to him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. Because what did Isaac say to him? He said, "Yeah, you're gonna rule the world, but you're gonna have your brother Jacob in subjection, but there's gonna come a time where he's gonna break the yoke off his neck, and he's gonna put that yoke around your neck." So he's basically looking at Jacob like, you're gonna be over me, you know. But this is what he asked for. He asked for a blessing, but he didn't know that's the blessing he was gonna get, you know. So you have to be careful what you ask for, what you pray for, what you wish for, because you get it, and it comes with a whole bunch of problems, man. I've seen people say, I'm gonna be, and I've heard people say this before, I'm gonna be the biggest drug dealer in South London. That's my dream. That's your dream. Okay, cool. Well, Esau got a dream of you being in a prison cell. So now you're in prison because this is what you asked for. You asked to be the biggest drug dealer in London, right? So then when Esau catches you and he puts you in jail, this is what you asked for, because that's what comes with it. You get arrested with it. You know, you want all the money that comes with it. Now you have all these women, and now you have all these children, and now you have all these problems. And now people are resentful of you because they think you have money and you're supposed to give them this and that. But this is what you asked for. You never asked for the problems that came with it, but you thought you was gonna have it without none of the problems, and you never get that, man. That's why even now, I mean, it's a beautiful thing, like having this truth, because we know you don't get something for nothing, man. You know, we know that the Lord, right? The Lord set it up where everything is like a shop, right? You go in there, you want to buy something, but you gotta give something to get something. You know, you gotta give money to get what you want at the shop, and to get that money, you need to put your time in. You know, so everything costs, and the scriptures even say you have to count the cost when you come into this, man. Because you want to come into this, you want to be close to other one, you want all the blessings, you want to feel like you're smarter than people, you have all this knowledge, but you ain't counting the cost of what that knowledge is going to cost you. Like, people are gonna hate you. You're gonna be going through things. You're wondering why this stuff is happening to you. Like, this ain't normal, man. What? Why is man going through this stuff? You have to take it cheerfully, man. You have to find the fun. You have to find the funny in it sometimes, man. It's not to say this thing is a joke, but sometimes you have to laugh. You know. And the brother even brought it out the other day. And he said, everybody marveled at Yahweh Shai, you know, when they were accusing him, and he said not a word. He knew what the cost was. See, I wish I was in a different spirit, you know. I was about to say I wish I was in that spirit, but for you don't know what you have to go through to be in that spirit, which is the point I'm making. You know, you want to be the spirit where you can stand pure pressure. You know, you want to be like a diamond, be able to stand the pressure of dealing with people in the world. For you to be like that, for you to be stoic, for you to be unmoved, for you to stand in the face of affliction and not flinch. Do you know what kind of things you have to go through? Like, I don't think people understand that. You know, when the scriptures talking about, and I'm gonna paraphrase this. I'm not gonna go and find the scripture. When the scriptures talk about, you know, not batting an eyelid when you see destruction on your left and on your right. You know what you're gonna have to go through to be in that spirit. You know, brother said, I pray to be in that spirit. Fair enough, you can pray for it, but know what that's gonna come with, man. That's gonna come with you seeing, you know, your mother, maybe your woman, maybe even your kids, man. Who knows? You know, Lord will that the Lord don't, you know. But at the end of the day, we don't know how it's gonna play out. But for you to be in that spirit, you're gonna have to go through some stuff that's gonna make you hard. I even just saw something with Michael J. White, and he said the reason why Diddy's bugging out right now, because he didn't get no arse whipping, man. No one checked him. He just got a bunch of yes men around him. So it just made him feel like he can do anything and behave any way he wants, and there's not going to be any repercussions. This is why the Lord says, prepare thy soul for tribulations, because this tribulation prepares you for the stuff that you're going to have to go through. It makes you hard. It makes you not, you know, want to react and spaz out, man. You be going through stuff. People be trying to play with you. You know where it is, man. It's not even worth reacting to. This is Matthew 5:33. And again ye have heard it have been said by them of old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shalt perform unto the Lord thine oaths. Salakia. But I say unto you, swear not at all. Salakia. Neither by heaven, for it is at the one throne, nor by the earth, for it is his footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. You know, Yahweh Shai. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black. So we don't even belong to ourselves. So I can't even say I swear on my life, because your life don't even belong to you, man. You are Papa of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and people have a problem with that. You know, so certain things we do is not even of our own. You just have a spirit on us to do something. You know, but let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay, for whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil. You know, it's supposed to be a straight path. You know, you ask for something, you're supposed to ask straight. You're supposed to know what it's gonna cost or what the possibility or the cost may be, man. You don't just say things flippantly. You know, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then you don't do it. So now people are start looking at you like, right, when you say stuff, your word don't mean a damn thing. You have to be careful with that, man. Even when you're dealing with brothers, if you say to a brother you're gonna do something, you have to do that thing that you said. Otherwise, brothers is gonna look at you like, right, you full of rubbish, man. And if you don't do it, you have to acknowledge you don't do it and say, oh, you know what, Salakia, this, whatever the case may be. You know, we're supposed to be subject onto each other. We're supposed to hold ourselves to some kind of standard, man. You know, we're supposed to be men. You know, what it is to be a man is you're supposed to really know what it is that you're dealing with. You're supposed to know that you're supposed to have accountability. You know, you're supposed to work towards something. You can't just be doing things and then, well, when it comes up, you're like, oh well, I can't be bothered. I'll deal with it tomorrow. That's a spirit of a bitch, man. Yeah, pretty much. I'ma say it. This is Numbers 30:2. If a man vow a vow unto the Lord or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth. You know, and this goes across all spectrums. You know, we're supposed to be hard, firm. You know, well, when you see man and he says something, he does what he says. When you ask for something, you actually want it. You know what I mean? You just don't ask for stuff because it's there. Oh, I want this. Just because it's there, you want it. These times you don't even know what it costs to have that. You know? You're like, oh, I want this piece of chicken. You take the chicken and then it's home and you're like, oh man, I gotta cook it. And you're like, I don't even want the chicken. You end up throwing the chicken away. These times somebody else could have eaten a chicken. But you asked for it, right? You just asked for it because it was there. The man said, anyone want this chicken? There's a whole bunch of people that would have wanted the chicken. The man's being nice. He could have eaten the chicken for himself. You want the chicken, you take it home and you just leave the chicken in the corner. You know, that's a very wicked spirit to be in, man. Brothers really have to be careful with this thing, man. You have to really, really, really be careful with your words. You know, if you ask a brother for help, you know, you have to give that help back. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that if you give a brother £10, he should give you £10 back. But if the brother needs something for you, you know, you should do it, man. Because you are more than happy to take the help. So then when it comes to you helping that brother, you should help him, man. You know, there's supposed to be a balance in this thing, and that's what it really is going into. Is talking about the balance. Because when you ask for something, you know that thing that you ask for is not going to come out of nowhere. You're going to have to lose something to gain that thing. You know, you want muscles. You're gonna have to sacrifice your time. You might want to eat a Mars bar. You might want to eat a Snickers. You might want to eat cake. You might want to go see a girl. Now you got to sacrifice that time because you got to go in the gym. You have to count the cost, man. Bro, some brothers are really in a fucking bitch spirit, man, and it really pisses me off sometimes, you know. And it's like I'm gonna go into a tangent or something else, man. You know what I mean? But I see that sometimes where you know brother be saying you be saying stuff and it's like you don't really believe in what you're saying, man. You know, the Lord is making, like brother said, the Lord is making an account of all good, and that is me included, man. You really have to have a spirit on you where you're saying, you know what, if the Lord jacks me up, I deserve it, man. You know, because like, and I always say this, I ain't shit, you know. A lot of brothers really exalt themselves because you know, you have this truth. You ain't shit, man. Because when you actually realize how weak this flesh is, you realize you ain't shit. You know, you always want to make excuse for yourself. If you have to judge yourself, you know, a lot of people would not want to judge themselves by the same judgment that they would judge other people. You have to be fair and balanced in your judgment, including yourself, including other brothers, and everything that you do. And you really have to sit there and count the cost of what all this stuff means, man. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. Uh, the Yeah, let me bring this last one out. This is Deuteronomy 23 and 21. When thou shalt vow a vow unto the Lord thy power, thou shalt not slack to pay it, for the Lord thy power will require it of thee, and it would be sin in thee. But if thou shalt forbear to vow, it shall be no sin in thee. That which is gone out of thy lips, thou shalt keep and perform, even a free will offering, according as thou hast vowed unto the Lord thy power, which thou hast promised with thy mouth. So we ask for this, man. We ask for this truth because we were always searching. We ask for the Lord to give us wisdom. We ask for the Lord to strengthen our spirits. So we're gonna go through tribulations. We're gonna go through fires, and then when you go through them fires, you can't then turn around and then bitch about it. Man, you gotta take it with a smile on your face, man. And you should be thankful that the Lord is even dealing with you. Because you have a lot of these people who are not going through nothing. And then when things get really bad, they're not gonna be able to handle it because they pretty much live their life sheltered. You know what I mean? Like a child who's never been exposed to the elements, and any little thing will make him sick. And then you have the other kid who's eating dirt, running around, you know, running against the elements. He's out there running with his shirt off in the cold. A lot of those children grow up to be hardy because now they can deal with adversity because they've dealt with adversity their whole lives. You know, Lord willing, I went ranting and rambling. You know, all praises to the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles of Jemas who well, and likewise elders. Shalom to the full length. Lord willing, this video was edifying. Wabba Bo.